Hello everyone, my name's Dean. Let's talk crypto. This is where you subscribe for daily Bitcoin updates and technical analysis. We track the price of Bitcoin as a proxy for the cryptocurrency markets at large. Today is September 25th, 2022. I have not forgotten about you. I understand that I did not put in a short recorded sort of I didn't do a short recorded update for today. Okay, I didn't do that. I instead decided to do a quick live stream because on Sundays, as you all very well may know, the DXY starts trading. And so we typically don't get, the most eventful weekends, especially if we're in consolidation, okay? Because the DXY is the market mover, not just for Bitcoin, but for traditional markets. When the DXY, the US dollar index, starts trading on Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you typically see some moves in the market. And so I decided, why shouldn't I just start streaming a quick stream on Sunday evening at 6 p.m. So this is exactly what we're doing, all right? We'll see. Maybe this is a frequent occurrence, all right? Let's try it out. All right, so let's just do this really quickly, then get on with the rest of our Sunday. Now, let's go on the smaller time frame. As you can see, actually, let's stick on the larger time frame for just a second. You can see I've got this count for the DXY, okay? I've got us at resistance, okay, for a few reasons, but I'm just going to recap really quickly. My larger Elliott wave count has this being an ending diagonal, okay, of course, of the diverging sort of variation, okay, not converging, but diverging. So it's a widening or broadening wedge, okay? So we've already put in 1, 2, 3, 4, and I see this right here as our fifth wave that's almost finished, okay? This is the impulsive, one of the reasons that people have noticed the DXY really running up is because it's in impulse, and more specifically, it is in the impulsive portion of its final fifth minor wave to the upside, okay? So the way these ending diagonals work is they're 3, 3, 3, 3, 3 constructions, okay? So as you can see here, it's 1, 2, 3, okay? That third wave's always impulsive. 1, 2, 3 for the correction. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, right? And then you can see here 1, 2, 3, okay? So this is the fifth wave. This is the last and final wave according to this count, okay? Now, let's zoom in for a second, right? And then another thing I want to show you before we zoom in. Okay, one of the ways, actually, let's zoom in first, and I can show you this, okay? And guys, don't forget to like the stream. Like the stream, comment, let me know where you're from, where you're listening from, who you are, all that stuff. All right. One thing that you can do in counting a corrective wave, because these ending diagonals are essentially a group of 5 corrective waves, ABC waves, you can project wave C, okay? So if this is, let's just label this real quick. If this is an ABC wave, just as the rest of, these corrective waves are, A, B, C. Let's say C is up here somewhere, yeah? You see that? If you have A and you have B, you should be able to project C, okay? So the way you do that is you take your Fibonacci extension tool. And again, we're looking at the DXY because the DXY is the market mover. If the DXY goes up, right, largely speaking, right, broadly speaking, if the DXY is going up, then Bitcoin, stocks, equities, they're going to go down. They're inversely correlated. If the DXY is going down or inflecting down, right, means it's pivoting down, then you can expect Bitcoin, stocks, commodities, equities to rise. All right, so this is what we're seeing here. You take the length of A, your B wave retracement right here. Okay, let's say I'm trying to see where A ended. A might have ended right here. Let's see. I'm trying to see where A's ended. A ended. Let's stay with this, okay? Let's stay with this right here. Okay, let's stay with this. Okay? Your first guess is typically the correct one, okay? I'm not going to try and overthink this. I'm not going to try and get into the weeds and try and count this. But I'm just seeing this is A, this is B. Okay, C typically hits between the 1 and the 1, 2, 3, 6. Okay, that's typical, right? C typically hits between the 1 and the 1, 2, 3, 6. Obviously, you can get extensions to the 1, 6, 1, 8. Sometimes you can get throw unders or concerted hits to the 7, 8, 6. So all this is possible. All right, we're in the range. All I'm saying is we're in the range for this wave to call it quits, to say it's finished. And like I said on Friday, I think we have a little ways to go. And I didn't project it using the Fibonacci extension tool. Rather, I projected the end of the DXY's rise with this pattern. Okay, let's just zoom out real quick just so you can see the pattern again. So if you get this ascending broadening wedge, you draw the resistance from here, right? This is what you project. The support from here, this is what you project. This is my resistance, actually right where you should expect C to end, between the 1 and the 1, 2, 3, 6, somewhere there. So I would not be surprised if the DXY continued there. Now, let's get into the smaller time frames, because we want to know, is Bitcoin going to move up or down in the immediate short term? Because these are really, really well inversely correlated. So we can see here, we opened, it looks like we gapped up on the open, yeah? Let's go on the even smaller time frame, 15-minute time frame. Yep, we gapped up on the open and we rejected, okay? So we gapped up on the open, right? We closed right here on Friday. We jumped up here and we went up for a bit and then we shot right back down, okay? What I say on Friday, I said on Friday that it's likely that we're in some sort of wave 4 correction, or some sort of consolidation, that I would not expect the DXY to continue moving up just immediately, but I would not be surprised if it continued up after consolidating for a bit. And this is, I think, what we're seeing right here, okay? This could be the end of it, but I wouldn't be surprised if we did meet this resistance right there, okay? So that's the DXY, right? Now let's look at Bitcoin. And I think it's important to note that even though the DXY has been going up crazy, Bitcoin has been holding this level right here for this whole time. I mean, the DXY has literally been going bananas, and Bitcoin's just been steadily kind of consolidating in this consolidation reversal pattern on the small time frame. Obviously, it's the hourly time frame, but this region, and it's a very crucial region, and I'm going to show you that how crucial it is right here. If you go on the weekly time frame, actually let's go on the daily time frame. Yeah, daily time frame shows you exactly just how important this region is. I mean, this is it. You're at the support of supports, okay? If you break this, I mean, you're really breaking support, and you can expect a really big plunge to the downside. But Bitcoin's just been saying, yeah, I'm good here. DXY's been going up, up, up. Bitcoin's been like, whatever, it's cool, okay? And this is why I said in a little YouTube community post that this range that we've been in, now I'm going to jump back into the smaller time frame, the 4-hourly time frame. It's looking really good for Bitcoin. It's looking really good for continuation as a consolidation reversal. Okay, I'm not going to bother counting this, but if you just look at it in terms of supply and demand, you know, here's your liquidity, your supply, your supply, your supply. Right here, you're coming down. You can come down all the way here if you'd like, but you're coming down for supply. Again, this is basic range trading. What do we know about range trading? The bottom is support, the top is resistance, the middle is resistance if you're below it, support if you're above it. We're right below the middle, so it's resistance. Once we break that middle, which is 19.1, okay, we can expect to tag the top, which is right at 20K, okay? But this, again, on the higher time frames, represents an even larger channel. And this is what's really important. And you can see this in every other asset. So let's get rid of this and just draw another channel right here. Right here. This is the channel that we really care about, because that other channel is super small, it's cute, whatever, a small time frame. But like, if we're really at the bottom of a bear market, you want to look at higher time frames. If this holds right here, and you can say this for any other asset, so we're going to look at some other assets in a second, but if this holds right here, I think your next target is not necessarily 20K or the middle of this channel, but you're going to tag the top of this channel at 25. I think that's your next main target, okay? So let me just take a break and look to see if there's any chats. Osman, hi Dean, stag is for the stream. Sorry, typo, I mean thanks for the stream. Oh, yeah, no problem. My pleasure, Osman. Hope you're doing well. So this is what I'm seeing with Bitcoin. It looks good for continuation. If you go on the smaller time frames, I mean, you're making, again, I'm not going to bother you with the corrective wave count, or should I? I don't know. You tell me if you want the corrective wave count that I'm seeing. But you're making a rounded bottom. A rounded bottom is always good for reversal, okay? And just really quickly by hand, I'm seeing here this range that we've been in, this small range that we've been in since the 19th, right? It's what, the 25th? So 6 days, yeah? You've come in from that move. You've put in a 3-wave move. That would be big A. You've put in a 3-wave move here. That's big B. Okay, that's the first degree of consolidation reversal. It looks like you put in another 3-wave move. Yep. That's small A. And then this is small b. Do you see how that works? And this small b is, it seems like it's respecting the 0618 of that. And so let's just check that right here. Let's just check that. Let's take the Fibonacci retracement tool from the bottom to the top, and boom, you see that? This three-wave structure, so this is a zigzag. This is the definition of a zigzag. You got an A wave, right? So an advance in 5, but it's a corrective advance, and then you got a three-wave move that respects the 0618. It's not impulsive or anything like that, but it's corrective, and it bodes well for continuation to the upside, okay? So thus far, this looks really good for continuation to the upside. And like I said, you can look at this small range right here and say the next target is the top of this range, which, yeah, you wouldn't be wrong. But if this is the bottom of a bear market, I'd say the next actual, functional or realistic target is 25K. Okay, so that's Bitcoin. That's the DXY. That's what I'm seeing, and that's why I'm seeing it. Guys, if you're getting value, please like, share, and subscribe. Let's have a quick look at some other assets, okay? A little bit of red, but I wouldn't worry about that. I think this is a strong open, right? If you want to look at, the weekly open, people like to look at traditional stocks for the weekly open. Again, It's all about the DXY. If you really understand the market and you really look at it, you really study it, you'll understand it's not about NASDAQ, it's not about the S&P, it's not about all that other stuff. Bitcoin responds to the DXY, the US dollar index. You can see the correlation. It's almost one-to-one inverse correlation. So do those assets, if you really pay attention. So it doesn't matter. You don't have to wait until 8 p.m. or whatever for trading to begin on the stock market in Japan. Just look at the DXY, which opens at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And ever since then, right, this is why we're doing the stream at this time. Ever since then, look at the move. The DXY gapped up, dropped down, but you can see all of these consolidation reversal patterns. They're hitting support. Just like Bitcoin, do expect them, if you zoom out, do expect them to target the tops of these ranges, okay? And these aren't just little ranges. This range is 130 plus day range, okay? So if you're at the bottom, you found support, you continue, this is your next main target right here. So for Cardano, that would be between 63 and 67 cents. That's your next target, if this is indeed what I think it is, okay? And if you want, you can even go on the smaller time frames and look at what this is, right? If you want to use your skills in reading corrective waves, okay? You can see here you should be able to read 2 degrees of AB basing, right? So that's a big A, that's a big B. That's very easy to read right there. Here you have another 3-wave move, that would be your small A. You have another 3-wave move, that would be your small b. That's 2 degrees of AB basing. You should be ready to rock. This should be it. Up and out of this range. And again, remember the support. This isn't small support. Yes, this is the support of this mini range, but more importantly, this is the support of a massive consolidation pattern, a consolidation range that you've been in for 130 plus days. That's what's most important. This is why when people say, yeah, I do expect these cryptos to fall and stuff like that, like, that's fine. Everybody can have different ideas, but like probabilistically, that's very unlikely. It's very unlikely, right? You first have to prove it to me that, so for 137 days, you have not broken this support. You've tried, well, I don't know if you're trying here, but you've tested it multiple times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, right? 5 times you've been in that region, and every single time it was a nice launch pad. So this time's different. All of a sudden you're going to break it. Obviously supports break, all the time. Markets break supports and they break resistances. We're not saying that never happens, but this is a 137-day support. So if it breaks, it's going to destroy it. The market's going to pretty much go to zero. I mean, it's at 44 cents. This Cardano is going to go to zero. Either that or this is the bottom of the bear market. You decide which one's more probable. All right, it's all about probabilities. There's no crystal ball. So again, the next target is top of this range. Guys, let me know what you think. I'm just gonna check really quickly. Any new comments? No new comments. I'm gonna keep going. All right, so that's Cardano. And again, this analysis, what's really cool about analysis when you're looking at crypto, a lot of times there's one analysis. It's pretty broad, and you can apply it to a variety of markets, right? We just looked at Cardano. You can look at Dodo, and you see the same thing. 137-day range. You're at support of this 137-day range. If you look at this, you should be able to count 2 degrees of AB basing. We're not going to do that for every single one, but try it yourselves, and your next target should be the top of this range right here, between 20 and 22 cents. Okay, so that's Dodo. Once again, Polkadot, another altcoin, bottom of 137-day range. Where do you think it's going? What's the probabilistic outcome? Okay, do you think it's more probable that it breaks? Okay, if it does break, then maybe you're reading some sort of, I don't know, some sort of wave that's unfinished here. But here I see 3 waves, right? And what do we know about 3 waves? That corrections come in 3s. So once you see 3 waves in a correction, that's it. It's done. Okay? You see 3 waves in a correction. You see 5 waves in an impulse. Okay? The last wave of a correction should be impulsive. So for Polkadot, for instance, if you go on a smaller time frame, let's go on the hourly time frame. Let's prove this to ourselves. We should be able to count an impulsive wave, either 5 waves or some version of 5 waves in this. I zoomed in so much I don't even know where I'm at. Yeah. Wait, where am I? I zoomed in so much. I don't even know where I'm at. It's hard sometimes to get your bearings when. Do you see that? I zoomed in so much. I'm like, I don't know what I'm looking at. What was I saying? I was saying, okay, I saw 3 waves. Yeah, there we go. I saw 1, 2, 3 waves. So you should be able to count 5 waves here. Let's see if we can. Let's see. Or some version of some impulse. Do you see what I mean? And I do not count 5 waves here. I count 3. And see, this is why it's tricky, and you got to get good before you make money. Before you really make money using Elliott wave, I think you got to get good. So we all know the last wave of every corrective wave is impulsive, but there is such a thing as a zigzag, okay, a DXY, okay, or and a double zigzag, okay. So you can see this is an impulsive move, but it looks like it's in 3, okay. It's an impulsive move, but it looks like it's in 3. You see 5 waves down here, but this whole thing, right? And this is, again, a double zigzag. It's tricky, I know, but it exists. So, don't fight it. Just get comfortable. You see here a 3-wave move, but what's interesting is you can actually count 3 waves here, an intermittent 3-wave move, and then you can count 3 waves here. That is what we call a double zigzag. That is a complete impulse. It's a complete corrective wave, but that is an impulse and a corrective wave in one. I know it's confusing, but it is what it is, right? If you learn it, you'll see it. And here you have a beautiful, beautiful rounded bottom. As you can see, the rounded bottom showing likely reversal to the upside. I'm very bullish on reversal right here at the bottom of this range. Just looking at this, right? Ethereum, same shit. Nice rounded bottom. Zoom out. You should be at some sort of range. Let's see. Where are we in Ethereum? Sorry, I'm a little disoriented. Okay, so Ethereum, this is the range that you've been in. Okay, it's a little different than a lot of other altcoins. This is a little more where you started here, and so you started in this range, and then you went on to this range. That's fine. This is just a sort of zigzag, right? Where you create an initial break of structure that travels further than most, and then your retest is around the 0.618 of that initial break of structure, but you're still holding market structure, okay? And you're at support. The support is just not down here like most other altcoins. The support is at the 0.618 of the prevailing break of structure. And let's look at that really quickly. So you pull your Fibonacci retracement tool, and what do you know? What the fuck do you know? Look at that. Right on the money. Right there. Do you see? Guys, you can't make this stuff up. It's one thing if I came on here every day and I was just making shit up and just, I don't know, maybe some people do that. I feel like that would be a lot of work. But there is theory that is pretty sound. And if you can see it and apply it regularly, you see these patterns over and over and over and over again. Okay, it just is what it is. All right, let's move on. Reserve rights. I've said this before. Actually, kind of like Ethereum, is reserve rights put in that initial break of structure that traveled a little further than most, and the retest, this B wave, okay, and the new range was at the 0618. You can prove it to yourself. Just take your Fibonacci retracement tool at the 0618 of this initial break of structure, and this is what you've been holding. You're at support, and boom, you fly off. And actually, interesting thing, I tried to buy more RSR this morning, and KuCoin told me it had no more to sell. It's so popular because it started, reserve rights is one of those altcoins that started its bull run, and you can see it right here. It flew off from the base and targeted the top of this channel, just like I've been saying in this analysis, right? You got this channel, your target is the top of this channel. This is where reserve rights is going, and everybody wants in. Everybody wants in. So KuCoin can no longer sell reserve rights, or at least at the time this morning, DC time, it didn't have any more to sell. Interesting, yeah? But yeah, this is one of those assets that has already started their impulse. The bull run for reserve rights has started. Okay. Synthetics, similarly, you're at support. You're putting in a nice rounded bottom. You're pumping, or you're targeting the top of this range right here. Okay, guys, prove it to yourselves. Go into your charts. Here you have something similar in Veracity. Don't get too confused. Sometimes your range, let's actually draw this out properly, but sometimes your range isn't straight, and that's okay. It doesn't have to be 100% orthogonal, right? Sometimes it's a little slanted, and that's fine. That's fine. But yeah, this is the same range. This is a range, just like any other range that we've been looking at, but this one's a little slanted, right? That shows a little bit of weakness, to be honest, okay? And that's okay. You know, it shows a little bit of weakness, a little more selling for some reason, but that's okay. You're at support. How do you know you're at support? Because you're using all these other data points to show you that you're at structural support. And yeah, if you do get a reversal here, you get a reversal to the top of the range. Okay, so that's VRA. ZIL, same thing, showing a little bit of weakness, but you're still in that big range that you've been in since May. You know, consolidation reversal pattern. You're putting in a rounded bottom for a move to the upside. Okay, Ravane, same thing. Yeah, same thing, guys. It's simple. There's just one basic pattern, and you're seeing it over and over and over again. Kadena, same thing. Okay, very few deviations. Okay, Binance Coin is particularly strong, just like Ethereum, just like reserve rights? I think it was reserve rights. Yeah, your initial break of structure. This was the small a, or the second degree of AB basing, traveled a little further, and this one's retraced to even, I don't think it even tested the 0618. So this, you can see relatively Binance Coin is particularly strong because we haven't even come into this region right here. But, you know, if we retraced all the way here, that would be fine. Do you see? That would be fine between 32 and 49. But let's see, because I actually have some Binance Coin, so I should know. Yeah, it looks like this is this little range right here is as far as it goes, right? This is it. Okay, Litecoin. Okay, here you see you've put in that initial break of structure for the second degree AB base, and then your retracement comes in 3 waves. You're basically finding support at the 0.618 of that initial break of structure of the second degree AB base. Okay, prove it to yourself. Run the Fibonacci retracement tool, and you can see, boom, it hit. Guys, we're not making stuff up. You know, this is all founded in theory, in sound theory. Okay, that you can read up on at your leisure, using, you know, any good, solid manual on Elliott wave theory. Okay, so, you know, not to bore you, but again, you have a range. You're at the bottom of a range. You're at range support right here. I can't draw these by hand. Who am I kidding? Okay, here we go. Something like this. Something like that. Okay, so you're at range support with harmony. And yeah, do expect a move to the top of these ranges. I would actually say that this is the support right here. More like, damn you, magnet. I would say this is the support right here. And that this was a throw under. Okay, but I'd say this is the range bottom. So you're at range bottom. Okay. Okay, XRP. This is another one that already started its bull market. Kind of like reserve rights. You did so. XRP reserve rights. You're looking into the future, I believe. Okay, you're looking into the future. You had this big range for 120 some odd days, 130 some odd days, and then you tested the bottom for the last time, and you popped up and out. Okay, and XRP is actually the most bullish of them because it broke the range to the upside and is now retesting it for continuation. Okay, so this is what you're seeing. Like, and I've got my stop. This alarm is my stop, and this stop would be in profit. So like sometimes people are like, "Yo, what do you keep talking about? The bull market has started." Like, I'm in so much profit in XRP that my stop is inside of this range and it's still in profit. If I were to get stopped out at this alarm, I would still be in profit. You know what I mean? Like, I was accumulating on the down here. Like, the bull market in earnest started right here in XRP with this with this move up, this impulsive move up. Do you see what I mean? So yeah, the bull market started. Obviously, it's altcoin season. It's alt season. So it's not just because Bitcoin hasn't moved doesn't necessarily mean the bull market hasn't started. You're just not looking in the right place. Yeah, that's been our thesis for a bit on the channel. Okay, Dogecoin, and last but not least, unless you guys want to look at anything else, this will be the last one. Again, you can see a nice range, and you're at the bottom of the range. You're at range support. You're at range support. Do expect a move up and out, okay? Especially with Dogecoin. I mean, it's kind of telegraphed here. It's very clear because you put in this falling wedge, which is, you know, typically a bullish pattern. You broke up and out very bullishly. You're retesting the wedge. I thought you had already retested it, but it looks like you're retesting it right now. Do expect a move up back to the top of the range and probably even beyond the top of the range. You break, retest, break, retest, break, retest. That's a bull market, and a bear market's the opposite. Okay, so that's pretty much it. That's the quick update, guys. Let me check the chat to see if there's anything else. If there's nothing else, we're gonna call that a stream. We're gonna keep it short and sweet. Let's have a quick other look at the DXY. So on the small time frame, you know, DXY is just doing its thing. It is consolidating in this region. Is it consolidating to break down or break up? I don't know. Like I said, I would not be surprised if it kept going down, but it can also consolidate here and form some sort of reversal pattern to finally break down. When it does break down, let me tell you what I do know. When it does break down, it's going to absolutely dump. Let's just turn on our momentum indicators really quickly. So if you go on the high time frames, let's go on the highest time frame we have, the monthly time frame. You can see we're completely overbought rather here. Okay, so this is pretty much it's been here for forever. When it does finally dump, it's gonna dump. Okay, so on the monthly you're overbought. That means when you do dump, you're gonna dump for a while. Okay. On the weekly, you've confirmed bearish divergence. Okay, but I think that's already played out, to be honest. You confirmed it here, you played it out, looks like over here in this wave 4. And then between this and this, there's no divergence. You're pretty much just making a higher high. Okay, so weekly bearish divergence, there's no like new bearish divergence. You already played out the old one. Okay, but you're approaching on the weekly overbought territory, if not already in overbought territory. And then finally on the daily, you are in overbought territory here. Okay, and you're almost maxed out, but you're close. Okay, so yeah, when it dumps, it's going to dump because you're overbought on the daily, the weekly, and the monthly. Okay, so that basically means that when you do start going down, you're gonna keep going down for quite some time. All right. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Let me know if there's anything. If not, I'm going to head out, call it a stream, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care. Bye.